Well, it's about 8 o'clock, and we have our loyal listener. Thanks for being our loyal listener. All right, so I'm going to start the show again like I do every time with a terrible Halloween joke. What kind of actually, I think Brian might be able to figure this one out. What kind of a ghost haunts a KFC? A poultrygeist.
Wow.
Good night, everybody.
And crickets.
Dude, at least fake humor. You gotta make the show at least look somewhat halfway decent. You know what? I'll just edit it out and I'll add it I'll put in the recorded laughter that they do for every episode of The Big Bang Theory.
There you go.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Controller Throwers Podcast. This is podcast episode number 76 for Tuesday, October 23rd, 2018. Hello, everyone. I am Mike. With me, as always, is Mr. Kurt.
Hello.
And Mr. Brian.
Hello.
And Miss Sherry.
Hi, guys.
We are only 8 days away from Halloween. Everybody got their costumes?
No.
No?
No.
Are you still going to dress your kid up as the Hulk?
No, we bought costumes last year, so they're going to be cops and robbers.
Aww. Then you can play out Keystone Capers. Like, go to the mall and just have them chase each other around.
Throw shopping carts at them.
That'd be awesome.
I would love that.
No, but if they start chasing each other, I might actually play the Benny Hill theme song.
There you go. Old humor.
You should have a little MP3 player with you and a set of speakers so you can play it.
Just follow them around with it.
Yep.
Nice. All right. Well, what do you say we get into the news? So, if you've been a loyal listener to the Controller Throwers podcast, you'll know by now that we all love Taco Bell. Well, now we have yet another reason to eat there, as if we needed more. Microsoft is again teaming up with Taco Bell to give away Xbox One consoles. So what's amazing about this, and I love this when I read this, is that this is a very special edition Xbox One X, and it's customized to play the fast food joint's famous bong sound whenever you start it up.
It's awesome.
I want it.
Yeah.
Wait, when does this start?
It started already.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'll see you later.
And we lost another one.
There goes our one viewer.
I forgot to sign off.
Between now and November 21st, if you purchase a $5 double chalupa box, you'll get a code to text to win an Xbox One X Platinum Limited Edition bundle. This includes the Taco Bell system, a white Elite wireless controller, and 3 months of Xbox Game Pass and Xbox Live Gold. Not only that, but the system will arrive to winners in about 72 hours after they fill out their form.
Wow. That's awesome because, like, before you had to wait a while to get it.
Yeah, long time.
Oh.
The Taco Bell Double Chalupa box includes a double chalupa or spicy double chalupa, crunchy taco, cinnamon twists, and your choice of drink. Very exciting. I tried to do my best commercial voice there. But...
If I can add to the old humor again, it would be much better if it started up and had the Taco Bell dog that just said, "Yo quiero Taco Bell."
Oh, that would be awesome.
Man.
Oh,
yeah,
what if you shut it down?
Way back to the 90s.
Maybe it's like an Easter egg that when you shut it down via the button instead of the controller, it goes, "Yo quiero Taco Bell." That would be awesome.
So, this is, oh man, now, before I was kind of like, okay, well, I'll try to win this, but it's no big deal if I don't. But now that it's a limited edition and it starts up with the Taco Bell bong, that's awesome.
That's
Yeah.
huge.
So what are the odds of winning this? I mean, are they giving out like one a day, one throughout this whole time, or
No.
I mean, 'cause I know like the last ones they did one every 10 minutes.
That's what they're doing.
Exactly what it is.
With,
That's exactly
with this
what it
one,
is.
one every 10 minutes.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. It's pretty awesome.
And I've already like thrown in like 4 codes. Not that I eat at Taco Bell a lot or anything like that.
No.
But yeah.
Vash says I would rather start it up and get a free taco. That'd be awesome.
That
I
was
agree
awesome.
wholeheartedly with that.
Yes.
If you start it up and just a taco comes out of the
Absolutely.
like, all right, well, I'm not gonna argue with free tacos.
Nope.
Nope.
Not at all. That would be awesome.
So yeah, I tried once, we didn't win. Yeah, I know you guys tried a couple times, didn't win.
So
But-
far.
So far,
So far. But
the contest is early.
Yes.
the awesome thing is 72 hours after.
That's That's
That is
awesome.
awesome.
That's a quick turnaround.
It is
Yeah.
because you used to have to wait until like pretty much after the contest ended, or you'd have to wait at least a couple weeks for them to ship out. Like Mike, when we got ours, it like was pretty much only 2 weeks before launch of the system. So, 72 hours. That's awesome.
When I won my original Xbox from Taco Bell, I got the it was in September, I think that it was either September or October that the contest was, and I got the letter in early November that yes, folks, they actually sent me a letter telling me I won instead of immediate text response. So I got a letter saying I won, and I didn't get the system until February.
Wow.
Oh wow.
And I had got like Xbox games for Christmas, like that it just sat there unopened for 2 months while I waited for my Xbox. I remember it was Halo and it was Dead or Alive 5, and I forgot maybe it was Fusion Frenzy was the other one. I don't know, it doesn't matter. But that's nice to hear that turnaround.
That's
People
awesome
are too impatient these days.
Of course, they could have just paid the extra $24.99 and did the 24-hour shipping, but hey, that's just me.
There you go. So everybody go to your Taco Bell, get a 5. Well, actually, no, don't go to a Taco Bell. That way, for us.
Right. Like
Yeah,
all
true.
4 of the throwers need the special edition
Yes.
Xbox One X.
You know, I was totally banking on winning one and then selling it to get my PS4.
No,
but
no,
if
no.
I win it now I want it because it
Right.
makes the Taco Bell noise.
You'd want to keep it anyways.
Yeah.
If you didn't keep it anyways, I'd be really upset at you.
Yeah.
I would.
I'd be fired.
You would be. You would be.
Okay.
Well, unfortunately, it looks like you have to wait a bit longer to play the upcoming PS4 action survival game, Days Gone. Sony again pushed back the release date from its February 22nd to April 26th. This was after it initially was pushed back from a 2018 date. So you're not going to see it till 2019. Reminds me a lot of Red Dead Redemption, which is coming out in about 2 days. Sony cited that the release window was too crowded, quote unquote, because Anthem and Crackdown 3 will arrive the same month, and wants to give Bend Studio more time to polish things up. Set in the Pacific Northwest, the open world post-apocalyptic, if my tongue didn't tie into a knot, game features a motorcycle riding Daryl from Walking Dead look-alike killing hordes of zombies. The game's demo had some issues, including frame rate stutters. So hopefully that polishing up will be good for
Polish
those,
that stutter.
Yeah, polish the stutter, and hopefully the pushback will help with that. But only time will tell. So I don't know. Throwing back another 6 months maybe.
You know, we've said before, especially with Red Dead Redemption, that if they push it back to make the game right and to avoid the bugs, avoid the stuttering, then that's fine. Push it back, make the game right. As far as the crowded window, I understand that too. I get that, but Crackdown 3, isn't that an Xbox exclusive?
Yeah, it is.
So wouldn't you? I mean, that's your rival. Wouldn't you want to put something out to maybe rival them, or not? I don't know. I mean, I'm not a business expert, so
Yeah. It's, you know what? And here's the thing, and here's what I'm wondering. At what point do you think it would be better for Sony to just say, you know what? Let's keep it. Let's put it on PlayStation 5. Let's make it a launch title for the PS5.
Yeah.
I would say it depends on when they're actually seriously going to announce the release date. If the release date's not coming until 2022, 2021,
Yeah.
that's a long time. If it's coming in 2020, then if it's the early 2020, I mean, what would be another year then? That's not a bad point. But who knows? Who knows if they don't have other games down ready for that launch? But wouldn't it be a bad idea depending on when they're actually going to launch the PS5?
Yeah. I don't know. Well, I mean, it's good. Like you said, it's always good that they push a game back in order to make it better, especially with some of the feedback they've been getting on the quality of this one, which apparently is not all that hot. So glad to hear that.
Yes. And some good news on Red Dead Redemption 2. A few of the retailers in the U.S. are running special events that allow you to grab the game the night before its official release date. You can hit up your local Best Buy, Target, and GameStop that I actually found out to get in early on the game. You go to either the stores on Thursday, the 25th at 9 p.m. local time. You'll be able to nab yourself a copy. On top of that, Target is throwing in a Red Dead Redemption 2 pin as a bonus. Ooh.
Oh, cool. Is that where you're going, Mike? Are you going for the pin?
No, I'd rather go. No, I'm going to Best Buy because I'd rather get my Gamer Club unlocked 20% off plus a $10 Best Buy gift card once I pick it up. So I'll be getting the game for $37.
Wow.
In theory.
Wow, that's not bad at all.
That's good as Mike maths.
I do
math.
Math
is hard.
Math is very hard.
Yep.
I'm going to drag Mike with me to the store the day I get my copy and make him buy it for me, and I'll just hand him the cash. Jeez.
Right. I'll tell you what, you hook me up with that Target discount, and I will hook you up with my discount.
Okay.
See,
that's right.
Isn't it illegal to release a game before its release date?
Not if you have like the publisher's permission. They've been doing that a lot lately. I think GameStop kind of started it. They started I told you we got Call of Duty Flops 4, and that we were allowed to pick that up at 9:00 the day before.
Okay.
I have an interesting take on this here. So how big is the game? 100 plus?
There's one disc. There's two discs. One disc to install the game and one disc to play the game.
Wow.
I think that's the way it is. But it's the
one
Final
disc.
Fantasy 7 all over again.
Wow.
So here was my thing about that. Okay, so you can pick it up at 9 p.m. local time. 9 p.m. wherever you are in the world. That game that big is going to take you at least 4 or 5 hours to download.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
You're not even going to be able to play it till the next day anyways.
You're not going to be able to probably play it until midnight anyways. So technically, yes, they are selling the game, but you will not be able to play the game.
So would that technically be them delaying it yet again?
Yes, it would.
Oh well,
Rockstar.
That as long as I get my Grand Theft Horse face, that's all that matters. I'm gonna shoot. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stream the game. Just so you know, I'm gonna stream the game on Friday, and every horse I come across, I'm just gonna blast it in the nether regions with a shotgun. So.
Oh my god. I want to watch that.
Unfortunately, I would be there with you, but I'm going to be playing it also. So I think we'll be talking when you do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vash asks, what's the deal with the online play? So what the deal with the online play is, they are still working on Red Dead Online, and it's not going to be ready for the game's launch. Boo. They're going to launch it as a beta in November. So the only thing you could do is nothing.
Well, there's still the single-player campaign
There's a single-player campaign.
until
And that's supposed to take you about 65 hours at least.
yeah. So it's
So-
not like
That's
you know.
probably just the main quest line too. That's not all the side quests, and because I mean, a Rockstar game, I doubt it's just going to take you 65 hours to beat.
Right. So yeah, but that's okay. I mean, I was bummed out at first because I was really looking forward to the online,
Yeah.
but I'd rather have them release it done right.
Right. Absolutely.
We've waited long enough.
4 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, as reported previously, Intellivision is planning a comeback with a new system. And now the curtain has been lifted. Named the Intellivision Amico, this new system will include an update to the original Intellivision controller, including a full-color touchscreen on each controller.
Wow.
Intellivision said that every title on the console will be family-friendly, with no teen, mature, or adult-only rated titles. None will offer in-app purchases or downloadable content of any kind. The expected release date is October 10th, 2020. Video game musician Tommy Tallarico is spearheading the system and provided a ton of facts. So here we go. The console's price point will be between $149 and $179. Every single game will be exclusive and cost between $2.99 and $7.99. The system will launch with several built-in titles and over 20 more games in its online store. The Amico is expected to include HDMI out and several USB connections. The controllers will have the circular directional pad, touchscreen buttons on the sides, motion control, and Bluetooth connectivity. Up to 6 gamers can also use a free smartphone app for iOS and Android to join in on the fun. The launch lineup includes a number of reimagined titles, including Astro Smash, Snafu, Tron, Deadly Discs, and Star Strike. It will also have a version of Cloudy Mountain Crown of Kings, a rebranded take on Advanced Dungeons & Dragons Cloudy Mountain, and will offer numerous titles from the Atari catalog. That was something I thought was surprising, is that they're actually going to be adding Atari catalog stuff. Here's a full list of games. It is. Here's a full list of games that are expected to be available at launch. Astro Smash, Shark Shark, Baseball, Night Stalker, Skiing, Math Fun, Snafu, Utopia, Frog Bog, Boxing. Frog Bog is awesome, yes. Bowling, Triple Action, Tron Deadly Discs, Cloudy Mountain Crown of Kings, Star Strike, Horse Racing, Auto Racing, B-17 Bomber, Pong, Asteroids, Centipede, Tempest, Adventure, Missile Command, Yar's Revenge, Breakout, Lunar Lander, Night Driver, Skydiver, Warlords, Microsurgeon, Atlantis, Demon Attack, Miner 2049er, Super Burger Time, Bad Dudes, Caveman Ninja, Moon Patrol, R-Type, 10-Yard Fight, Load Runner, Spelunker, Kung Fu Master, Moto Race USA, Tropical Angel, Archon, and Toe Jam and Earl. Wow. That's a lot of games.
Okay, so before we go any further, Sherry, I gotta just let you know, when you were going through that list, you totally reminded me of those old ITT Technical Institute commercials, where it's like high school, TV VCR repair, computer programming, child daycare, legal assistant, veterinary assistant, or you can get your degree in business management or in accounting.
That's what? That's exactly what I was going for, Mike. So I'm glad that you caught that.
That is awesome, and the funny thing is that Mike actually could repeat the whole line of every single thing they offer verbatim. That just goes to show you how much TV he's actually watched.
How much TV he remembers from the 90s.
Yes.
Yeah.
I could quote the Victory Auto Wreckers commercial too. So yeah, about this Intellivision, what do you think?
I'm looking forward to it. Like,
Are you gonna pick it up?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the price point is right. Having all these classic games that I grew up with at my disposal on a system that's new and not the antique that I have in my closet where it's touchy and sometimes work. I mean, it usually does work, but ports are starting to get loose, buttons are starting to, get smashed down and things like that. So you really do have to be careful with it. Your only other option would be emulators, and not everyone wants to go that route. So, like, to have something with all these classic titles, plus some Atari titles, and then you've got stuff like Toe Jam and Earl. That threw me for, I was really surprised about that. I love Toe Jam and Earl, by the way, so I'm really excited about that.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm looking forward to seeing what they do new for the system. What all these new games are going to be. So I'm super intrigued. I'm in. I'll 99.9% buy it probably like launch day or something, unless something happens that just, I don't know, like just really kills my interest.
Yeah.
I don't think that's possible.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But
what do you guys, Kurt, Brian? What are your thoughts on it?
Okay, I'll go first. I would definitely pick it up. I mean, this seems like a really fun system, especially me being a tech guy and like touchscreen controls and stuff. Instead of having to put the plastic sheets in there over the buttons and stuff like that, for it to actually turn game by game into like a touchpad, I think that's amazing that they would do that. And why wouldn't they, right?
Yes.
I mean, why would they still keep the plastic stuff that could eventually get ruined and get lost, like they always have been in the past?
Yep.
To make it touchscreen is awesome. Incorporating Atari games, there's so many titles on there that I was like, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Incorporating, and then like Sherry said, the Toe Jam and Earl, like where did that come from? That's like out there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of good Sega games on there too.
Yeah, out of left field,
Very exciting. There's a lot of good stuff that I've been hearing about this. That's all this information is awesome to see. One of the other things that I didn't put in the show notes, there's something in here that made me say, you know what, I really would like to pick this up. There's a game missing from the list. A certain Intellivision game that made me say I will definitely buy this system.
Well, we saw you looking at the Wikipedia and sliding it over.
Yeah.
Well, at least I did. So let's see if Sherry knows.
Sherry, you should know.
Is it Dracula?
It's Dracula.
Yeah.
Dracula is going to be on this new Intellivision system, and I am so excited when I saw that because I loved playing that game.
Yeah, I saw a few of the other iMagic games on there, so I thought it had a chance, Demon Attack is on there, and Microsurgeon. Those were iMagic games. So, and Demon Attack's a great game. I did it. Oh no, I didn't do that one for a retrospective. I did another iMagic game that I'm thinking of, but that's a good one. So.
Yep. So.
And the price point for each game, $2.99 to $7.99.
Oh yeah, that's
right.
That's unheard of. That right there, I think will sell the system. Instead of having like, well, here's your mini NES, and you got what you got as far as games. Like for them to say, hey, we're going to be releasing more games, and here's the price point of each game. That's just a win-win situation, I think.
Yep. I'm kind of bummed out that we have to wait 2 years for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
But
if they're trying to do it right, I mean, this is a lot to bring to a console. Nobody else is doing something like this, so they want to make it right.
But what if here's an issue. What if that's also when the next PlayStation and Xbox systems come out?
It could be. It very well could be. But I think this having the low price point with both the system and the games, plus the fact that their whole spiel is we want games that everyone can play, not just catered to specific set of gamers. Grandma can play, anybody can play, that it might appeal to more people than picking up the next Xbox or the next PS5. So even if it does come out at the same time, I think it might have a good run. At least I'm hoping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think that they really have competition, mainly because it's two completely different realms. We're talking about a retro system as opposed to a next gen system. So I really don't think there's any competition at all whatsoever. I mean, take a look at like the Xbox One X. It came out originally when the NES, the Mini came out, and you couldn't keep those on the shelves. So
that's a good point.
I don't think there's a competition at all whatsoever.
Yeah. Well,
but at the same time, the Xbox One X the Xbox One was already out. So if it's going up directly against a brand new, the Xbox 2 or whatever they're going to call it, or the PS5, is that going to really take a bite out of their direct sales, or is it just going to be hey, we're gonna pick up our PS5 anyway, or Xbox next gen anyway, and then let's pick this up for our nostalgic reasons. I don't really see this one really going too deep into the console wars, if you will. Mm-hmm. I think this will be a hey, this is a pretty cool retro, living up the old times, playing with the family, introducing it to the kids, introducing gaming to the kids as a way just to be there, just to be out there. I don't think it's really gonna jump into the console wars.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think it's gonna have its own niche.
Yeah,
yep.
It really is. And,
like us.
And the niche is gonna be us. It really is.
Yeah.
Yep. It's gonna be us. Even all the way up to my parents. My parents played, the original Atari and Coleco and everything else. Even, there were nights when I was a kid and they would be playing Zelda from the original NES, and it's like, okay, it's bedtime for me. I had to go, and I wanted to watch them play it, but they played it till like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, playing the original Zelda. Awesome. So it's one of those situations where those older generations is getting them back into gaming.
Yeah.
So do you think then that this will be like the Wii was back when that launched, that it's going to bring your non-gamers into the gaming realm, or do you think it's just going to be a more niche type system?
Both.
I don't think it's going to be as successful as the Wii, because the Wii was something totally different.
Sure.
Something completely different.
Okay.
I think this is gonna.
I think they marketed that a lot towards you can actually get up and move now while you're playing the games, and that was a selling point to your non-gamer crowd.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So, but we'll hear more about it. I'm excited. I saw a lot of those games. Lock and Chase, I remember playing. Baseball, of course, that was another fun one to play. So, I did love Intellivision, so I'll definitely look into this a lot more as we get closer to its release date 2 years from now. But the good thing is, by the time those 2 years roll around, we'll be done playing Red Dead.
Yeah, so we'll be busy until then. We'll be good.
Yeah.
and Fallout 76. So yeah,
right
about that.
West Virginia. Right. So, all right. So that is our news. So Brian, what's coming out this week, buddy?
We already covered that.
Well, we're gonna cover it again.
Just because Mike wasn't here.
So for Mike, the games that are coming out this week is Just Dance 2019 for every system you could imagine, except the 3DS and the Vita
and the Intellivision.
And the Intellivision.
And the mini NES and the mini Super NES and
okay. Nickelodeon Kart Racers for the PS4, Xbox One, and the Switch. which we're all thinking that is going to be the best selling game this week, and some game called Red Dead Redemption 2 for the PS4 and the Xbox One.
Yeah, I honestly think that Nickelodeon Kart Racers is gonna trump whatever that Dead Redemption token ticket game is. Yeah.
Especially if Nickelodeon Kart Racers has Alanis Morissette as one of the drivers. That is to see. Nobody's laughing at that.
Oh my God!
Kurt,
I get it. I completely get it. But you didn't wait long enough for the reaction.
Okay.
But oh my God.
Sherry looks confused. See, she's younger. She doesn't understand.
She is younger.
I grew up without
cable. Brian didn't have cable.
I grew up without cable.
She's a little youngin.
So why don't you go ahead and school Kurt? Why don't you school the youngin as to why it's funny that Alanis Morissette is going to be in Nickelodeon Kart Racers?
So there was this Canadian program, okay, and it was called "You Can't Do This on Television."
Oh yeah, I know that show.
Oh yeah, and so shush. So no, you don't.
He's schooling you, shush.
Wow.
So Nickelodeon decided they were going to inhabit this show, and Alanis Morissette was one of the girls who starred and was casted on the show called "You Can't Do This on Television."
She was. You Can't Do That on Television. It was kind of like a kid's version of Saturday Night Live.
Yes, there you go.
It was a sketch comedy show, and she was one of the kids on it. Actually, it's Nickelodeon is synonymous with green slime. Mm-hmm. That's where it came from on that TV.
Alanis Morissette.
Alanis Morissette, yeah.
Yes.
On You Can't Do That on Television. If you said the phrase "I don't know,"
they would slime you.
You'd get dumped on the head with green slime. Yeah. It's a Canadian thing, apparently. In Canada, you can say "I don't know," and slime will just show up out of nowhere and smash you upside the head.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah. So that's where the joke came from.
And now you've been schooled.
Thank you for that schooling.
That was a good show. It was a funny show, man. I loved that show back.
I know, me too. I actually somewhere, believe it or not, there was somebody. Now the quality is pretty poor. Story time with Kurt. There. I actually have the complete series on DVD that I bought from somebody because they had the original VHS tapes and they transferred them to DVD. It's a complete box set, and I'm telling you, it's nice. It's got artwork and everything. The guy actually put a lot of work into it, but I have the complete series for You Can't Do That on Television.
Wow.
I did the exact same thing with the entire series of Doug.
Nice.
I loved Dan. Doug was the best, man. I love that.
Yep.
Did
Billy West is.
Did you do artwork and everything?
Yeah, he had artwork. Oh no, I did my own artwork.
Oh yeah, okay.
The guy just sent me the discs, and I did my own artwork for it using my Photoshop skills. So,
nice.
All right, well, Red Dead, obviously, yeah, definitely getting Red Dead. Who's getting Red Dead this Friday? Just me and Brian?
No, I'm getting it Thursday night.
Thursday night, sorry.
I'm getting it Friday.
Okay.
So the three of us, and then
Is anyone getting a PS4 this Friday?
No, but
possibly. I don't know.
Speaking of PS4s, I did actually just pick up my external hard drive so I can actually fit the game on my system.
Nice. Oh, I have to do that too.
So, yes, bought it specifically for the PS4.
Nice.
I have to do that too now that I think about it. So I have to buy the game and an external hard drive because
it's big.
Well, not only that, my hard drive's already full. So
where did you pre-order it, or are you just gonna go pick it up?
Me?
The hard drive?
No, the game.
Me?
Kurt.
Oh, I didn't pre-order it. No,
I didn't pre-order Kurt.
If I were you, I would get there soon because you never know.
Mike missed my joke.
Okay, so if they're out,
I caught it.
If they're out, I'll go there the following week and pick it up at Game Nugget for a used copy for like a couple bucks less.
$5 off.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Because you know somebody's going to do that. Somebody's going to buy it. They're going to like, it's not the height that I wanted it to be. And then they're just going to return it. And I'm like,
the same guy that was YouTubing last week and stealing, doing cheat mods?
Yep, that is. That's exactly the same guy. He's like, yeah, see? You know it. Yeah.
He will be making those same exact sounds too, by the way.
God, I hope so.
Why wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Well, I'll definitely be streaming it. So, like I said, just
Yay.
watch me just commit horse massacre.
Right on this channel.
Yes, right on this
Yeah.
channel.
Twitch.tv/TC Throwers.
Yes.
Right.
Watch
And
it.
unlike
Do all
Mike,
the
I will be playing it as well, but he will be streaming it, and we'll probably just be talking about our horse massacres.
Yes.
Nice.
I hate horses. All right. All right, so let's move on to our retrospective. So we have been doing spoopy games. RetroSPOOKtive. We've been doing spoopy games for our Halloween retrospectives. And this week I was given the 11th hour. Lightning and thunder crash and spooky laugh commence. So let me tell you all about the 11th hour. So the 11th hour is an interactive movie puzzle adventure game with a horror setting. And it is also a sequel to the 1993 classic, The Seventh Guest. The game released on November 30th of 1995. In North America, and in 1995 in Europe, it released on DOS, Windows, and Mac. And there were also plans to release it on the 3DO, but that never happened. They just gave up halfway through it, probably because the 3DO did not do very well. So Trilobite was the developer. So they wanted to release the 11th hour by October, but it was very late to the market and failed to meet the sales expectations upon release. So early into its development, again, like I said, they were working on a 3DO port, but it was pushed back and ultimately canceled. They confirmed, so Trilobite, since the game is released, it went quiet, but then they said they wanted to release the game on iPhone and iPad. The release was scheduled for 2011, but in March 2012, there were too many technical issues, so they canned the game again. Yes. So, however, in 2012, the 11th hour was re-released for Windows as a download from .emu and GOG.com on October 18th of 2013. It was released again on Steam as part of a collaboration between Trilobite and Night Dive Studios. So the developers of the game, due to the tremendous success of The Seventh Guest, wanted to make a game that was more mature and had more adult content in its cutscenes. And in my research in this game, they did not disappoint.
Really?
Seventh Guest is pretty tame. There's some allusions to things, but in this, no, this is definitely either an M. I wouldn't say AO rated game, but it's definitely an M at the very least.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that goes on in here that that's not for kids. So they did a lot of live action video, FMV. Most of the videos were actually filmed on location, so they didn't build sets or anything like that. They did use a blue screen in one scene though. So then, of course, they converted the film into digitized images and videos. The reviews were mixed. It was generally well accepted, but were kind of mixed. People were pretty much happy about the game's graphics, the puzzles, the storyline, and the atmosphere, as well as the lower amount of gratuitous gore as compared to The Seventh Guest. A reviewer from Next Generation magazine also found the game much too similar to its predecessor. So they felt it was pretty much exactly the same as Seventh Guest, which made it bad. Well, what are you going to do? So the game so if you're not sure what kind of game this is, it's kind of like a point-and-click adventure game. The game doesn't really follow the plot of the Seventh Guest a whole lot, where the Seventh Guest takes place in this mansion with all these spooky puzzles. 11th Hour also takes place, has the spooky puzzles and everything, but you're playing the role of someone who's investigating the disappearance of his girlfriend, a television reporter, and you solve these puzzles as you go through. But there is a lot more of the cutscenes and the FMV, whereas when you're playing the Seventh Guest, a lot of the cutscenes are done with the static backgrounds that you go through in the game, and the cutscenes are semi-transparent images of the characters meant to represent ghosts. But in this one, it's like a full-on interactive movie.
Okay.
So there's a lot of twists and a lot of like I said before, a lot of really adult, mature content in here. I read the plot. I don't want to give anything away. I don't want to spoil anything, but it's last week I mentioned a game called Phantasmagoria, which also has some serious adult content, and this reminded me of that game in terms of like just the subject matter of this game.
Wow.
There's also multiple endings. I watched the endings, and true to to a lot of PC games with full motion video, the acting is just so atrocious. And it's like it's just so terrible. Like there's this one, and they used when they tried using the morphing technology. Remember that was possible when Michael Jackson did that in the black or white video. There's like a woman morphs into the evil ghost man, and it's just so terrible. It's just laughable in this day and age. But yeah, there's multiple endings depending on what you choose, your choices at the end of the game. But it's very interesting how they wrote this script out, but they put a lot of thought and effort into it after reading up on it. But yeah, there isn't really a whole lot of crazy anecdotes or anything like that. But yeah, that's the 11th Hour. Unfortunately I didn't get a chance to play it. But I'm intrigued now.
Okay, so
I think Mike should stream it.
So let me ask you a question. Have you ever played the Seventh Guest before?
Yeah.
Okay.
I made it all the way to I think it was like 2 before the last, and it's one where you look into the telescope and you have to play a match of like green slimes versus blue slimes, kind of a checkers thing. Yep. And I could never ever beat the AI on that. I even went and I printed out a walkthrough on how to get through it, and I still couldn't do it.
You still couldn't do it.
The old dot matrix printer where you tear off this side. And I still couldn't do it. So yes, to answer your question, yes, I played the 7th.
Okay, would you play the 11th Hour?
I would give it a try. I don't know if I'd stream it because when I stream Polybridge, you know how bad I am at puzzle games, and how aggravated I get.
Yeah, but I think with these types of puzzle games, that maybe the chat could kind of help you out a little bit.
The chat, yeah. So yeah, that's I might play it. Yeah.
Ew.
So Kurt, we're back to you. So we've got at least one more. So we'll decide if we're going to keep going with the spoopy stuff in November. But we're going to give you our last RetroSPOOKtive game, and we're going easy on you because there's a lot of content on this. You're going to find a lot of information on this. The game we're going to give you is a game that pretty much cemented the original PlayStation as a serious contender for another home console in addition to the Nintendo systems. It was one of the most popular games of all time. Spurned several sequels, an entire movie franchise, comics, action figures. I don't know, breakfast cereal. I don't know what else.
Breakfast cereal.
Flamethrower. Oh yeah. So do you know what your game is?
Tomb Raider.
That game's not spoopy. Well, there are some scary parts in that game, but no.
About? All right, fine.
Your game is the PlayStation Classic Resident Evil.
That was my second guess, was Resident Evil. But...
So, that's the game you're going to have. Now, we know how much fun you had with Dino Crisis, or as we called it, Dino Crisis.
Dino Crisis.
Dino Crisis?
Dino Crisis has the same control style as Resident Evil, that tank, where it's like...
Which I can't stand.
This way, and I'm going to go this way,
yes.
and I'm going to turn this way. However, you could use my game share with my PlayStation. Actually, I have it. No, I have it on disc. I'll let you borrow it if you wanted to play it.
Okay.
The remake, I'll allow the remake, has updated controls, so it's not all tanky.
That's very nice. Because I hate tank controls.
Yeah. So you don't have to play it that way.
Awesome.
All right, so that's what you got. So that's our retrospective. So let's get into what we've been playing. Who would like to go first?
I'll go first.
All right.
Played Minecraft, like always. Not
the
much.
Look on Mike's face.
I hadn't played a lot. I didn't play a lot this weekend.
Variety in my life.
What?
I had to look on my face like.
You're the one that got me hooked on that game, and then you quit.
Yes, I did.
Quitter. Quitter.
Hashtag
Quitter.
blame Mike.
Hashtag blame Mike, exactly.
Peter Pastures, man.
So yeah, I've just still. I mean, just honestly built a little bit of the railroad, built a little bit of the house. Not too much on there at all. Also played some Friday the 13th, which was interesting, kind of fun, but again, I think I told you, Mike, during the week that it's not quite as fun to play when you're not playing with people you know.
Mm-hmm.
Not really any good stories. I had one where a game I was doing great. I called the cops. I found the battery. I put the battery in. I found the keys. And I was getting the gas, and I was about to put the gas in and escape out of the car. And Jason was chasing somebody else a little kind of down the way from the car, so I kind of went around, walking through like some bush and some trees, and I get stuck on a fence, and I couldn't move. I couldn't like the game like glitched on me, and I was stuck frozen on this fence with the gas tank in my hand, staring at the car. And I couldn't do anything. I couldn't move. I mean, I'm trying to run back and forth. I'm trying to move back and forth. I'm trying to, crouch down, stand up, crouch down, stand up. I mean, I'm even trying to dance.
Did you try dropping the gas tank and attacking the fence?
Yes.
Well, okay.
Yes. I mean, I dropped the gas tank and I tried swinging and nothing worked. So Jason ended up actually catching me.
Well, that's weird because I've never known Friday the 13th to be buggy or glitchy or mess up in any way, shape, or form.
Right? I know, right? Yeah, so that was one event. And then another one, I believe I actually was able to dance out to the police as well.
Oh, nice.
I couldn't quite because I was dancing, and then as I was dancing, like it went up to show that I escaped, so I didn't really see myself dancing. And in this same match, and this is why I harp against people playing as jerks. So Jason wasn't the greatest, but he wasn't bad. So he ended up putting down traps right by the exit.
That's a good Jason.
I thought, okay, that wasn't so bad. That was Mike. That was actually a good idea. But then he, I saw him. I escaped. I went through him, and then there was two people left. I was watching them both because they're kind of playing together. And they thought it would be fun to, get close to the exit and then mess with Jason.
Right.
So Jason, for some reason, wasn't grabbing him very well, so he was kind of slashing a little bit. So he slashed one twice. They ran away, got stuck in a trap. Jason caught him.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one hit him, knocked Jason free. Then they started dancing and having fun again. So Jason was able to actually then stand up, kill the one that he killed twice before. The second guy saw that, he's like, "Oh my God, I'm out of here." He runs away, gets stuck in a trap. Jason gets him too.
Nice.
And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, "See, guys, this is what you get.
Mm-hmm.
This is what you get for trying to think that, oh, hey, I'm going to get Jason. I'm going to be fun. I'm going to be mean. So that was it. I mean, that was about the extent of me playing. I found a Tommy tape too, so that was.
Oh, good.
Oh, cool.
Awesome.
It's awesome.
All right.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I did.
Okay. Who else?
Okay.
No. All right.
I played Minecraft.
Yes, you did. That's it. That's all you got.
No, I didn't. No. So yeah, well, I did play Minecraft. Not a lot though. I really didn't do a lot, mainly because I was doing like back end stuff for the server and stuff. So I didn't play a lot of that, and it's been a really weird, busy week with work. Also played Uno.
Oh yeah.
You know, we kind of did that and had a good time doing that, and I think that's it. I don't think I did anything else other than those two.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a really busy week for me. Just really weird, busy week for me.
Huh. All right. Sherry?
Well, I'm in the same boat. Uno, and the new record is 30. Like.
Oh, you got a new record?
Well,
I didn't. No.
And I didn't either. But
did Jess join you, or?
No, it's one of the AIs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we were like, I don't know if this should count or not.
I don't know if it's an official or not.
Right.
Either way, still good.
What do you think?
Yeah.
I think the record should be between us.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then, that's fine. Then no, we didn't
right.
get a new record, but AI did get 30.
Yes.
For those of you who don't know, we keep track when we play Uno. We keep track of who gets the most cards in their hand, and I think Kurt, are you the current title holder with like Sherry?
No, I believe it's tied between you and I, Mike, at 29.
Okay, so
I'm 99% sure that's what it was.
Sherry and I hold the title for most cards held at one time at 29.
Yes.
So that's what when we say we broke the record, that's what we're talking about.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool. You didn't play Mega Man 11?
Not yet. No, I don't know why. I don't have a good excuse. Much to your disdain, I was playing Minecraft a lot this weekend, or week, or whatever you want to, I don't even know what day it is. I was playing Minecraft a lot, and I started work on a sheep farm, and the sheep color wheel is what I call it, basically, because it's a circular barn that has slices like a pie, and then each color sheep is in its own respective slice, and it's like in the Roy G. Biv color, scheme. And so when you go up on like a pillar of dirt or something, and you're looking down, it looks pretty cool. So I've been working on that, and I made a storage facility for the wool underneath. So that's what I've been working on the past couple days. That's it.
All right.
And it looks mighty awesome, might I say.
It is pretty cool. Yeah, it's a good build. I was proud of it.
All right. Well, I played some more Pokemon Go.
Nice.
They have there's a new Halloween update.
Yeah.
Where, you can get all these fun Halloween ghost type Pokemon and all that stuff. I didn't get a whole lot of time to play a lot of games because I had a wedding on Friday. I had worked at the Haunted Hayride on Saturday, and I was helping out my father-in-law with something on Sunday. So I was a pretty busy weekend, of course, and then I worked throughout the week. So, but I was, playing Pokemon Go at the wedding because there were like 2 Pokestops at the wedding. So I would sashay across the dance floor to one end of the room, get a Pokestop, sashay my way across the other end to get another one. Then electric slide myself back to the other side again to get another one. And then chicken dance in the other, you get it by now. So I played a lot of Pokemon Go. I played some more Rocket League, trying to get some more of that, some more of those Halloween items. for that limited time. There, I had such an epic save. Like the ball was, if you really like look at a lot of the replays, before the ball goes into the goal, there's almost like an invisible like laser, kind of like, in the banks, like, like in the spy movies, like there's the laser.
Yeah.
And you can see how much of the ball crosses that laser, that threshold of the goal. Right. And I think the ball gets more than halfway, it counts as a goal. Or if it goes all the way, no, it has to go all the way in. This ball was like 70% past that line when I did this crazy jump sideways up the side and knocked it back out and got an epic save on it. And then I see the chat, and the guy that tried to score started swearing. Because it was so close, but that was a lot of fun. So I'm still working on getting those. So I'm getting all the candy corns to get a lot of the fun stuff, like a haunted house topper and a candy bucket, like a McDonald's Happy Meal bucket.
I missed those.
Those were fun.
Yeah.
So it's one of those that you can put on top of your car, and all sorts of some awesome demon wheels. Or no, they're wheels with I think they're like jack-o'-lantern mouths that open and close. So
cool.
So yeah. So I played that, and I played another scary game called Stasis, and I streamed that yesterday.
Oh, you did? Oh man, I wanted to see that.
That game, man, I thought it was pretty messed up, like at first, but it gets so much more messed up. There's a scene that I played where you have to, using like controls, he's laying on the table and it's a zoomed up view, and using the controls he has to perform surgery on himself with no anesthesia, and it was so cringeworthy.
Oh.
And I had to, I was clicking the things. I'm like, hurry up, I gotta get him out of here. And it was like, and oh man, it's a good game. I'm really enjoying it so far. So I'm gonna have a review posted of that. But
cool.
I've been playing Stasis, and that's a PC game. It's so good. It is so well done. Like the story is keeping me so enthralled. And I'm on the last chapter right now. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
And and I played Uno with you guys as well.
Yeah.
And
we were there.
And I think that was it. That's all I played. Yeah, that's all I got. That's all I played. All right, cool. So thanks everybody for watching. That about does it for this week's episode. Be sure to check us out. We are on the social medias. We're at Facebook, facebook.com/TCThrowers. You can find us on Twitter. We are at TC Throwers. That's at T as in Tom, C as in Charlie, Throwers as in throwing things. You can also email us, thecontrollerthrowers@gmail.com. We do the podcast every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time at twitch.tv/TC Throwers. Be sure to come by and say hi. We'd also like to do an after show, but I think it's going to be cut down a bit now that Sherry needs to wake up at 4 a.m. to go to work. Yeah.
I'm crying. Yeah, I'm not a morning person. It's going to be an adjustment.
Yeah. You could download the podcast. You could find us on iTunes and Google Play. We are partnered up now with Gamerheads Podcast to form the Gamerheads Network. So be sure to look for Gamerheads Network. You can go to gamerheadspodcast.podbean.com. And you'll be able to find our podcast as well as the Gamerheads podcast over there. So be sure to check that out as well. So until next week, hope everybody has a fun week. Hope everybody does things. Go to a haunted house. Go have fun this weekend. It'll be fun. You come visit me at the Haunted Hayride like you promised.
Hey, I had orientation that day.
I'm just joking. All right. Till next week, everybody. Have some fun. Play some games. We'll see you all next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye. Yeah.
If you like video games, debates, and silly banter, you'll love Gamerheads Podcast.
Outside of your store, because I do feel like your store knows its identity. I do. I think that you guys know what you are.
No? Not always.
Really?
He sells fidget spinners.
Well,
Not anymore.
I mean, for a while. but-
not
I mean,
anymore.
Not
You're
that-
experimenting
not
with
anymore.
That's what I'm saying, though. You were just experimenting.
Golf was made by a Japanese guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go Iwata.
Yeah.
The game.
Yeah, not the
Okay.
sport.
Yeah.
Okay, I was
Yeah.
like, huh.
Well, speaking of Nintendo.
Follow Gamerheads on Podbean at gamerheadspodcast.podbean.com.
What's up, everybody? I'm Tyler,
I'm Lucas. And I'm Chris.
and we're better than Static. We meet up once a week and talk about movies, comics, and video games.
I don't want to talk about that.
Why are you complaining about all the topics I bring up? I'm trying to sound professional, Chris.
But we're not that good.
We are too good.
We may not be great, but we are better than Static.
You guys can hit up iTunes, Podbean, Google Play, and YouTube to check us out.
Hey, it's Carrington from Real Dudes Podcast, and with me I have some fantastic co-hosts. Guys, why don't you introduce yourselves?
This is Andrew, coming to you from Lynchburg, Ohio.
This is Cody, coming from you also from Ohio.
And this is Kyle, coming to you straight from the armpits of West Virginia. We are an indie gaming podcast. We all share a love for games, and you can check out our show on Podbean. Just search for Real Dudes Podcast. You can also find us on iTunes, Google Play, really any of the podcasting outlets that you like to use. Again, that is Real Dudes Podcast. Be sure to check us out on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. If you love video games, you will love our show.
Have you ever been reading through a stack of comics and thought, hey, maybe I should see what this Arkham Asylum game is all about? Or been playing Marvel vs. Capcom and felt like you were at a real disadvantage because you didn't know who half the characters were? Well, Play Comics is the show for you. I'm Chris, and each episode, I take a look at video games based on comic book properties and how well they stick to that source material. So, whether you know the comics and want to actually learn how these games work, or know the games and want to know what the hell is going on, go check out Play Comics at playcomics.com, the Brain Trust Bros Network, or wherever you find your favorite podcasts.